welcome back to our tens of fans. Joining me tonight in the back, we have... Who is behind me? Oh, okay.
Hey!
Keith, Jenny, and Paul. And riding shotgun, Phil.
Hey.
So we're seeing Monsters University tonight. I'm kind of excited about this.
Yep.
Not like super stoked. It's not Incredibles 2. Seriously, Pixar, what's up with that?
Yeah.
What's the hold up? Let's get on that. Anyway, I liked Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I watched Monsters Inc. a lot with my nieces, and I liked it too, so. Mike Wazowski.
Disney doesn't have a good reputation on sequels, except for Toy Story. That has been the only movie that has a good sequel, and it is a Pixar film, so Pixar hasn't let me down yet. So I'm kind of excited to see this one.
I'm kind of excited to see this one because it's college. Monsters in college. That means we're going to have toga parties. We're going to have drinking.
This isn't Animal House.
This is not Van Wilder 3, Rise of Sully. Because that would be a great movie, and I would watch that. But yeah, I mean, I hope they do more, like, adult humor and not, like... Wait a minute, how are they even going to do a second one? I thought the first one was pretty, like, cut and dry, like...
Well, this is a
Prequel.
prequel.
Oh, okay. I see.
That just ruined
So
my
we
bit.
don't get to see Boo?
No, this is before they start scaring people, because the first movie was kind of like, okay, we found a way where we can extort kids for laughter, get money for
As
that.
we all do at some point in the day.
But their laughter is delicious, and they can make money off of it. So it's kind of like a commodity, and it's pretty evil business practice. But when you're making kids laugh, is it really all that bad?
Okay,
I mean, who is it
I
really
take my
hurting?
statement back. Disney is really bad at prequels. Look at Lion King 1.5.
No, I'm not excited, but it's worth a watch. I mean, the first one was really good, and I actually used bits and parts of it in my senior project because the computer graphics were so good. Like, for that time, they were like state of the art, because that's always Pixar. They're always evolving and pushing the envelope. Like the Blue Monster, John Goodman's character.
Sully.
Like, yeah, you could actually see the individual hairs on him move as he moved, and that was kind of like state of the art and new then. So, Billy Crystal and John Goodman, they seem like a good team in the first one, so hopefully they'll be in this one. And I'm sure Randy Newman will do the music, because he does the music for every animated film ever, so...
Is that the You Got a Friend in Me guy?
Yeah.
You
got a friend.
The man picking up the apple should take a bite.
Yeah, that guy.
That was pretty great.
So, I mean, I was confused. I was like, what are they, having a midlife crisis and going back to school? But now I found out it's a prequel, so okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, are they trying to better themselves as monsters, aspiring to something more? Or aspiring to Muppets, I guess. I don't know what else you could do but scare children.
I don't know, like, this is a pretty horrible movie now that you've told me everything about it. I mean,
why are we seeing this?
well, no, not the movie itself being bad, but the concept. They are going to high school, or they're going to college to scare the living bejesus out of kids, to become pretty much the epitome of evil. So this is just like Rise of Dr. Doom, Muppet style version thing.
So
But
there's
in Monsters,
scholarships?
yeah, but in Monsters Inc., they first started off scaring, and they still weren't the villains in the movie.
Do you not find scaring millions of children for energy horrible?
Some deserve it.
Jesus Christ, woman. There was no nice and naughty list. These people were just like breaking into children's homes and being like, ah! And then the kids were like, ah! And they were like, thank you for your energy. Bye. And then they did it over and over again.
And then their mom walks into the room and says, you deserved it. Close the door.
Yeah, and then the other moms threw them in insane asylums because they were having night terrors. Come on, man. This story is evil. Monsters Not cool, man. Not cool.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the first one. I haven't seen
It had a purple funny guy. Of course you didn't think about the real-world consequences of this, huh?
In a movie about monsters scaring children.
Hey, man. You say that now. But then, later, when you come face to face with a monster, you look back on this review for clues to what's up, man. I got all of it. I know the hierarchy. I know who's in charge. The fat guy with the claws. Take him out, take down the whole system, man. They cannot make another cell.
I thought the one that was in charge was that lady. Number 1.
The old lady was the leader of the CDA or whatever it was, the Child Detection Agency.
Oh, yeah.
Like Center for Disease Control chick.
Child pornography.
No.
Oh.
Wrong movie. Wrong monsters.
You can see them on your computer, which ones live near you if you go to that site.
Is it called Monsters, Inc.? Good stuff.
We've gone awry.
We've been awry.
We've been a riot. Yeah. Come on.
So, Monsters University. First up, Phil, why didn't you join us on the Man of Steel review?
Oh, I was going to, I wanted to, but I was a little busy.
Busy, how?
Well, it's complicated.
Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed this a whole lot more than I thought it was going to be. Not really sure where to start. It was just very enjoyable. Even though this is a prequel and you know that they're going to end up where they are in the original, it's still really cool to see that journey happen. And they start off not really as friends. In fact, they're not even frenemies. They hate each other.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. I liked all the little nods to Monsters, Inc. A lot of background stuff also. I just thought they did a really good job. It was just a fun movie. It's not childish. So as an adult, I still had a good time. I wasn't bored. It was it was pretty funny. A lot of voice talent in the movie. Obviously, John Goodman and Billy Crystal. Nathan Fillion, I'm a huge fan of, was in it. Helen Mirren.
Pixar didn't let me down. I had a great time watching the movie. Great story of the underdogs rise up again, typical storyline. As well as it had other elements of a typical college movie, the partying, except the beer. They didn't have beer. It's a child's movie. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I take my words back. Disney finally made a good prequel.
I enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. A lot of laughs. Sat back and was entertained. Billy Crystal and John Goodman, of course, great team. And Randy Newman's music was there. Yeah, it's just a great movie. Don't have much to say.
I do have to say that before the movie started, Pixar made like a little short film, and it had amazing graphics. At some point it looked really real.
Yes, the beginning movie, as always, a little snippet in the front, is always amazing, and it's very emotional about something that's not emotional, like, hey, this tree can feel love, and let's see it, find its soulmate, which is a seed or something. I don't know. Pixar and Disney do a lot of great stuff like that makes no sense, but it makes you feel emotion, which is cool because a lot of people are emotionless. But anyway, as far as the movie goes, I want to say first off, it was a great movie. It didn't do the typical thing that college movies will do, which is just tell you the college experience and then leave it at that. You get nothing more. This brings you straight from, you know, pretty much conception of the monster to, you know, where we left off in that last movie. Now, saying all of that, I have no idea why these people are poor, because they have made $1 billion idea in every single Monsters, Inc. movie. And let me tell you, if this movie actually did come before the other one, they should be owning Monsters, Inc. Like, all of it. Because they made, like, differences to, like, the schedules, they, like, streamlined the process. In the second one, they found a new energy source. I mean, if you said this about somebody in the real world, they'd be, like, Pulitzer-winning, like, mad scientists or something, you know? But, yeah, they don't get the credit they deserve. They should make a Monsters 3, which is them sitting in a big pile of money and getting a whole bunch of monster women and going and being like rock stars or something. I don't know. They can do so much more. And they really... I don't know. I think they got taken advantage of. I'm going to go ahead and feel sorry for Sulley and Mike, because they really do get taken advantage of in both movies.
No, they don't.
Financially, I mean.
No, they start from the bottom and then move all the way up. At the end of the first movie, they're the big CEOs of the company.
I know, but they found a new way, like, after they did the whole thing in the first movie, which is they found a new form of you know, electricity, which was happiness. They were still on the scare floor. They weren't Fortune 500.
No, they were CEOs. They were the big people now. They took over that.
Yeah, you could see that Sulley was like wearing a tie and he had a clipboard and he's like overseeing everything. I took that to assume that they got themselves a major promotion.
But do they own the company?
He's not one of those dickhead CEOs that sits in his office petting a cat and is like, yes, make me more money.
He should be, man.
He leads by example.
They're supposed to be scary. What's more scarier than a money-hungry CEO?
Yeah, but that's the happiness now, and the laughter, and the candy, and the unicorn.
And how is it that a monster is not scary? I didn't get that. How is a monster not scary?
Because he looks like a green apple with an eyeball.
And they just finished watching Monsters, Inc. 1 before they went to bed. I don't know. It was just... I feel sorry for them, man. I really do. I wanted to see something crazy, like, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of the third movie more than I'm thinking of the other two.
The movie.
I think you're thinking of Monsters Incorporated Scarface Edition or something.
But it should have been, because that is scary and you made a lot of money. See, it makes sense, man. It just makes sense. Scarface is the legitimate and true sequel to Monsters, Inc. I'm telling you, man. Sulley just laid out in front of a big pile of Claritin. Friggin' people come in, try to stop him from giving laughter to children, and he just like wastes them all.
And then he buys a tiger.
And he gets like a tattoo on his face. Starts eating people's ears. But yes, come on, Pixar. Let's get a true gritty Batman-style Monsters, Inc. out there. Everybody's talking about Batman being more gritty, you know? You don't need another gritty Batman. We have like 5, you know? Get Batman to be more comical. Get Monsters, Inc. to be more gritty.
No.
Come on,
That's
man.
a horrible idea.
That's a great idea.
No.
You wouldn't think Up would be better if it was like Nazis versus like Captain America? Like the old guy was an old Captain America and he couldn't like do anything, so he attached balloons to his house to fight Nazis.
Y'all know where you're going with this.
And Snoopy was the Red Baron shooting them all down.
That was World War I.
Oh, well, whatever.
They weren't Nazis then.
Whatever, man. Time traveling could pop into there.
Now we're getting into the Sucker Punch review with steam-powered
No, God,
Yes.
no.
It's happening.
I do not want to relive that.
with Gatling guns. And
It seems like
Mixed with painted bodies on them.
yeah.
No.
Samurais had paint and bodies.
But they
Seems like
didn't
a
have
logical-
mechs with painted bunnies on them.
I don't know what to say after all that.
What can you follow that up with?
I don't know. I enjoyed all the characters, the variety of monsters, and the different fraternities and sororities. That was cool. There was no Nazis there, so I'm sorry if you're expecting Nazi monsters. Sorry.
That was cool how they had the different fraternities and they all kind of had their own little like clique going on, like the goth girls and the jocks and
The cheerleaders.
The evil cheerleader.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they're all evil.
Yeah.
Sense a little bit of disdain in your voice, but no, they're all evil.
Absolutely not. Cheerleaders.
Monsters University. It's Pixar, which usually means awesome. But it's also Disney, which usually means that they can't do a prequel or a sequel worth of crap. Fortunately for us, that isn't the case with this one. As we said before, this takes place several years before the events of Monsters, Inc. In fact, Mike Wazowski and James Sullivan, voiced again by Billy Crystal and John Goodman respectively, are in Monster College and not friends. In fact, their initial competition and eventual formation of a friendship is one of the driving points of the movie. But there are other people along for the ride as well.
Behold, my brothers of Uzma Kappa! I'm Art.
Thought you might like to keep a dream journal.
I'm a dance major, and I'm not.
Not exactly the scariest group in the world.
One of the usual problems with prequels is that since we've already seen where the characters are going to end up, we typically won't care too much about how they got there. Well, I'm happy to say that I not only enjoyed this little trip down memory lane from Mike and Sully, I wholly enjoyed it. All the cute, quirky, upbeat things I enjoyed in Monsters, Inc. are present in Monsters University, but not done so as to feel stale or dated. The jokes are funny, the characters pop, and we actually still care about the story, even though we pretty well know how it's gonna end. Not the best movie that Pixar has thrown at us, but still definitely worth a watch. I give Monsters University 4 Disco Ball Mics out of 5. Hey, it's Animal House with monsters. What could possibly go wrong?
You could totally die.
And it's worth it!
Except for that. This is Justin with On the Road Reviews, and we'll see you in the movie line.
Reach deep down and let the scary out.
Boys! Oh, scary.
Up top.